Hey Libra gang, how are you? Welcome to your love reading. When you watch me and other tarot readers, are encouraged to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, okay? If you don't know that information, you can see how to get it in the description box below this video. Also in the description box, pricing for various types of personal readings. I have added those back recently. Appreciate the feedback that I've been getting from those as well, and those of you who are booking those. So at any rate, here is how the reading will go. First, we are going to talk with you Libras who are dealing with someone. The middle part is the past person, whether, someone's on your mind, maybe somebody from the past has reached out to you, that sort of thing, okay? Or you're thinking about reaching out, whatever. The last part, if you're looking for new opportunities, we can look at any yellow caution lights, red flags, green lights, that sort of thing. And sometimes we get overall advice, okay? The end of the video will be some additional advice for all Libra, okay? So, Libra, those of you who are dealing with someone, let's take a look at your situation. We are going to look at their energy, your energy, and the probable outcome. Leos who are dealing with someone. Okay. Air energy, Aries, water, earth, fire, air. You've got every zodiac sign. Often why I say that for the most part, the zodiac signs are definitely not the most important part. It takes all four suits of the deck and the majors to tell a story. Okay, so with that being said, all right, so I think your person took a time out from the situation, maybe to do some inside work and kind of, I see rest and recovery out after a strain in your person's energy. Four of Swords, okay? Putting the weapons away and just saying, you know what, time out. I'm going to work on me a little bit. Not a bad thing, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean separation, but could have been, okay? I'm just going to call that a lot of emotion on your person's part, okay? King of Cups, very creative, artsy energy sometimes, healthcare, nonprofit, maybe not, volunteerism, okay. And I think your person kind of was fearing a disaster from this. The Empress in the reverse, okay. And let's talk about your energy, okay. I think you have been very worried about other people involved in this thing, or maybe their opinion. Page of Wands in the reverse, and you got Page of Swords in reverse. That can speak to immaturity or problems with family children dynamic, okay? That can speak to either one of those things. But, it certainly can speak to a lack of objectivity many times, resentments, okay? Overly critical, okay? Maybe that was your person, maybe you. Six of Pentacles, can speak to possible abundance and emotion on both sides. Six of Pentacles comes with a caveat though, and I think that comes into play here. It's what I call conditional giving, okay? And I have to stop and kind of give you some analogies to understand what I'm about to say. There's a difference in a gift and a transaction, and gifts don't always mean material things. A gift can mean a person's energy or their time towards a situation. Like, when I do this for you, I expect you to do this for me back. Or when I do this for you, I expect you to change your opinion and, align with me, and not really having a healthy way to disagree. Sometimes, sometimes not, okay? But, Six of Pentacles, that's what that can speak to, okay? It can speak to successful gains, but with a price, okay? There's a difference in a gift and a transaction. I'm an accountant by trade, and I tell many of you guys that when I go to the car wash and I hand the dude $40, I want my car clean. I expect something in return. Nothing wrong with that. It's a transaction, okay? That's the definition of a transaction. But when I give of myself, whether it's energetically or I make a donation to, the animal shelter or, the no-kill shelter here, or I do something out of the goodness of my heart, okay, if I don't have a healthy view of, I'm doing this for this person out of love, out of kindness, out of generosity, expecting nothing in return, that's the difference. Okay, that's the difference in a gift and a transaction. There is nothing wrong with either one if you have a healthy understanding and you're not getting that boundary between the two clouded. And the Six of Pentacles speaks to that, okay? So, where do I see this thing going? Well, okay, you know, I see somebody stepping away from the drama and going independent of this thing. Five of Wands in reverse. Done with the drama and falling back on their singlehood abilities, okay? I don't know if that's you or the person, okay? King of Pentacles in reverse. You know, self-doubt, okay? Self-esteem issues and not seeing something as worth going forward in, okay? Four of Wands reverse. Dormancy. The spark just leaving. Okay, so I don't think this is heading well for you, Libra. I'm just going to call it like I see it. I hate these kind of readings, but it is what it is, okay? You know, when this happens, you know, it's all about going inside and doing the work and finding your own passion, right? And relying on yourself, okay? And keeping a low profile, okay? And, you know, not worrying about the opinion of others, but simply following your own intuition, right? You've got several things that speak to that, okay? Bringing your goals into alignment with what is best for you, okay? That's the advice on this thing. The Empress card and the advice is all about following your intuition, nurturing yourself to full potential, and of course, doing the shadow work and the healing before you repeat this situation with someone else. Because if you don't, you will. Okay, I talk about that a lot in my Life Preserver playlist. I've retitled it, and I may retitle it again. I don't know, but that's what it is right now. Okay, so with that being said, Libras, if you're dealing with someone from the past, this part is for you, okay? If you're thinking of reaching out, they've reached out, or they're on your mind, let's take a peek. We're going to get their energy, your energy, and a probable outcome on this thing, Libras, okay? Take a look, all right? You may have been dealing with a Cancer, air sign, somebody at a distance, air, Aries, fire energy, water and fire. This is a pretty interesting reading. Whoa. Okay, I've got two cards that speaks to distance, either energetically or actually three cards that speak to distance. Okay, can mean change of address, distance energetically, or just geographically, or dealing with someone at a distance, or relocation. Can mean any of those things. Okay, but for whatever reason, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, now let's talk about this thing. All right, in your person's energy, kind of speaks to a journey here of kind of neglecting themselves, okay, and not seeing the truth. Queen of Swords, but in reverse, and kind of denying of some feelings, either their feelings or denial of some truths, or not seeing some truths, not using their intuition and their wisdom, okay, can speak to some immaturity at times, okay, you know, but your person steps into a place of healing. That is this card. This is one of the distance cards I just discussed. Putting away the weapons, moving on to calmer waters. Cloudy sky still there, but definitely in a much better direction. And eventually coming out a winner. Okay, this is a very high vibrational card. Another travel card, by the way. But a warrior and a winner. A lot of spiritual muscles associated with this card. This card is all about combining skills, intuition, knowledge, wisdom, just everything to win. Okay, this is just somebody who gives it their all. So, kind of interesting, and I see that in your energy too. This thing is going to turn around for most of you. Now, I say that with a caveat that when one person does the work and the other one doesn't, you will repel because you won't be vibrationally at the same place, okay, in your energy. You also take a step back and start to do some healing, okay? This is your energy, and you've got a timeline here as well. Pretty cool timelines. You're mirroring each other, which tells me for most of you, this is a strong soul connection, okay? So, mirroring each other, healing, putting away the weapons. Once again, you've got putting away the weapons and their energy and yours, and taking a rest after a really time of struggle and strain, okay? And, fighting the battles and winning, okay? This is a warrior and a winner energy. And recognized for their strengths, okay? And, recognition often comes with soul connections, okay? Equal recognition, okay? And if that's not enough, again, very high vibrational, stable, grounded energy in your energy, okay? Ambitious many times, stable, an achiever, okay? Loyal, okay, wise and intuitive, okay, beautiful. Now, let's, I think this thing took a lot of time for a lot of you, okay, 8 of Wands. This is speedy action and or communication after a long period of time, okay? Action after delay is what this is about. Some people call this Cupid's arrows of love. This is a love reading. I'm going to say yeah. Specifically because you have the Nine of Cups. This is also an indication of a strong soul connection. It is a love offer, okay? But it's the heart's true home. That's the literal meaning of this card, okay? This is, this in the tarot deck for many readers, myself included most of the time, is the Knight in Shining Armor. Wow. It's kind of like I went halfway around the world and experienced all these things, but what do you know? It was right here in front of my face, and I just didn't even see it. Many times with this card, okay? A lot of self-love going on here, which is actually perfect because, this is a healthy view of oneself, and you need this in order to have things to be successful and lasting, okay? And so the advice here is to make sure you look at everything you did wrong in the past, okay, whether it was mindset, actions, whatever, and look at what you did right and make the changes energetically by doing regular energy work, okay, to heal from this thing, okay, and to make this work better this time to where you come into this vibration. When you as an individual and your person as an individual has their own cup flowing like this one is pictured, then you can be healthy in your relationships, not just romantically, but overall. So kudos to you guys, Libras. Awesome. All right, so Libras, if you are single and want to know, or, if you're just kind of wondering what might be out there as far as options and opportunities these days, let's take a look, Libras, okay? Let's take a peek at your energy. All right? Let's take a peek. All right, Libras? See what we got. Here we go. All right. Don't be impatient on this thing. There's your some advice. Sagittarius, Earth, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. You do have a change of fortune coming in. 3 of Pentacles, the start of something with promise, okay? But you've got the Temperance reversed. Don't avoid the healing, okay? There is a big red flag here. And you may have someone coming in who has not worked through some things, who is imbalanced or impatient. There's a red flag if that's the case, okay? I think some of you may have a couple of options coming in, okay? But in your own energy, if you're not careful, we could be talking about you. And the Three of Pentacles, Pentacles often speaks to the need for patience and trusting the process. Wheel of Fortune definitely speaks to that, okay? Flow and accept, and don't try to, manipulate things differently. Just allow things in your life to unfold, okay? Temperance advice there too. Temperance, don't give up on yourself or become apathetic, okay? That's another thing associated when that card comes out in the reverse. But, you've got to understand that everything happens in the timing it's supposed to, and you've got to trust the process and the divine timing of things. You do have a change of fortune and a new cycle coming in that has promise. But you've got to be patient, patient and trust this process. That's what I'm getting for you, Libras. That's where I'm at. And like I said, you may very well have a Saggy coming in, maybe in our sun, maybe not. And the hope and healing and better days ahead card. So I think you're going to step into this. This is Aquarius energy for what it's worth. But this is a card of stepping into an optimistic view. That's beautiful for you singles, okay? And maybe this was you in the past that you were kind of feeling impatient, okay? All right, let's pull Moonology for you Libras real quick. Moonology for my Libras. A win-win outcome is forecast. And look at this. Look at you stepping into your own power, Libras. See, I pulled Libra energy. Well, you did. A time to give rather than take. Okay, Virgo energy, maybe, maybe not. And you know what? Believing in the impossible. Why? Because that's the only way it's going to happen. You know, and I talked about this specifically with singles. You cannot give up hope, right? You've got to have hope and belief. And walk as if you already have what you're trying to manifest, right? That's so important, okay? All right, meditate and contemplate, okay? New Moon in Pisces, okay? Maybe means something to you, maybe not, okay? But it's all about stepping in and doing the shadow work, the healing, the regular meditation and energy work. Let's pull from my personal deck that I made on my 3x5 cards of quotes and sayings for you guys really quick, okay? Let's take a look at what we can get for you. This one flew out. Heal, so that you can hear what's being said without having it go through the filter of your wounds, right? You see things through a different lens when you're not healed. You misinterpret and you take things and twist them in a very hurtful way towards yourself, okay? And someone asked, are you looking for love? I responded, no, I'm prepared to love. Know the difference. Boom. It's okay if you fall down. Just make sure that you rise up as the whole damn fire. Love it for you, Libras. Okay, so with that being said, Libras, wishing you much love and success going forward into the coming days. And I look forward to talking to you guys again very, very soon.